Welcome to Wakaati Entertainment.GIST. On the headlines, my relationship with Peller is for content. Jarvis. Uzor Arukwe is a professional actor. Bambam. UK court rules that transgender women are not women. And in sport, Gabonese footballer Aaron Boupendza falls from building in China. And now the news in detail. TikToker Jarvis has shared insight into her relationship with fellow TikToker Peller. She shared that she is not in a romantic relationship with Peller but has a contract that would expire soon. This was revealed in a video posted on X. Jarvis had confronted Peller over actions during a recent trip to Ghana where he allegedly hugged and kissed some female fans. This act seemed to have upset Jarvis, who demanded an apology. Peller, who wasn't having it, apologized to Jarvis, but the apology did not sit well with her. Jarvis then informed Peller that their content-based contract would soon expire and told her future husband to remain faithful and wait for her. "My future husband, calm down. What me and this guy are doing is content. It will expire. Future husband, don't cheat. We'll meet in front." Big Brother Naija reality star turned actress Bamike, also known as Bambam, has described her colleague Uzor Arukwe as a professional actor who takes his career seriously. Bambam sang the praises of her colleague while appearing on a radio show at Cool FM in Lagos. During the interview, Bambam was asked about her work experience with actor Uzor Arukwe on their hit movie Love in Every World. Responding to the question, Bambam said, "Uzor is a very professional actor." She described the actor as one who has an excellent approach towards his work and also detail-oriented. She added to his praises by saying it's such a blessing to know that there are people taking their jobs, careers and talent seriously, and he is one of them. Bambam described her ability to act with Uzor as an easy feat, as Uzor made it easy and effortless by adding all the spices to make their acting very easy and tasteful. The United Kingdom Supreme Court has ruled that the legal definition of women under the Equality Act 2010 refers specifically to biological sex, effectively excluding trans women from the classification in key areas of the law. In a unanimous judgment, the court held that the term women and sex in the Equality Act referred to biological women. This ruling has sparked celebration among gender-critical campaigners and deep concern among trans rights advocates. The case, brought by Campaign Group for Women Scotland, challenged Scottish government's guidance that included trans women with gender recognition certificates under the legal definition of women. The group argued that interpretation could erode the rights of biological women in single-sex spaces such as changing rooms, hotels, and women-only shortlists. They also blasted SNP minister for pushing an incoherent interpretation that would leave women's rights worse off. Outside the court, Susan Smith and Marion Calder of For Women Scotland held that the decision was a significant victory. Delivering the verdict, Lord Patrick Hurd stated, "The term women and sex in the Equality Act 2010 refers to a biological woman and biological sex. Provisions related to sex discrimination can only be interpreted through that lens." He further explained that interpreting sex to mean certificated sex could conflict with other definitions within the law and risk creating inconsistencies, particularly in context of pregnancy protections and maternity leave. The ruling clarified that trans women can still be protected from discrimination on the grounds of gender reassignment under the Equality Act. Meanwhile, the author of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, lauded the women involved and said she was so proud of the tenacious Scottish women who took the case to court. Nora Uno, one of Philippines' most celebrated film stars, has died at the age of 71. Uno's death on Wednesday was announced by her children on social media, but no further details were provided about the cause of her death. She touched generations with her unmatched talent, grace, and passion for the craft. Her voice, presence, and artistry shaped a legacy that will never fade. Her daughter and actor Lolo De Leon said on Instagram, "Born into a poor family in the city of Irga, Ono established a career in television, music, and film over 7 decades. She was named National Artist for Film and Broadcast Arts in 2022, the Philippines' highest honor for the arts. She rose to stardom as a singer in the 1960s before moving to the screen, where she amassed more than 200 credits in films and television. One of her most memorable performances was in 1995's The Flor Contemplación Story, a film about a Filipino maid executed by Singapore for murdering her fellow domestic helper. Uno won local and international awards for her portrayal, along with dozens of other acting honors over her career. The Maldives has imposed a blanket ban on Israeli citizens from visiting the protest against ongoing acts of genocide in Gaza and to show solidarity to the Palestinian people. President Mohamed Muzu approved the legislation that was passed by the country's parliament on Tuesday. The decision comes in resolute solidarity to the Palestinian people, the office of the President Mohamed Muzu said in a statement. The statement from his office said, "The ratification reflects the government's firm stance in response to the continuing atrocities and ongoing acts of genocide committed by Israel against the Palestinian people. The Maldives reaffirms its resolute solidarity to the Palestinian cause," the statement added. It remains unclear whether the ban extends to dual nationals holding both Israeli and other passports. Israel, which firmly rejects accusations of genocide, previously warned its citizens not to travel to Maldives because of mounting anti-Israeli sentiment following the October 7 Hamas attacks and the war in Gaza. Official data showed that only 59 Israeli tourists visited the luxury tourist archipelago in February among 214,000 other foreign arrivals. The ban will take effect and applies to all the country's 1,192 coral islets. And in the world of sport, Gabonese international Aaron Boupendza has tragically died at the age of 28 after falling from the 11th floor of a building in China, according to Gabonese Football Federation Fegafoot, which confirmed the news on Wednesday on X. The Gabonese international died following a fall from the 11th floor of his building in China, where he was playing for Zhejiang FC. Fegafoot and the entire Gabonese football family offer their sincere condolences to the biological family, the statement read. They described Boupendza as a great striker who left his mark on the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon, referring to his standout performances during the 2022 tournament where Gabon reached the round of 16 before being eliminated by Burkina Faso. Gabon's president-elect Brice Nguema also paid tribute on X, posting, "It is with immense sadness that I learnt of the tragic death of Aaron Boupendza, a talented centre-forward who brought honor to Gabonese football." Gabon 24, a national broadcaster, reported that while the exact circumstances of the fall remain unclear, an investigation is currently underway to determine the cause of the incident. And finally, Argentina's president Javier Milei has declared that he has never seen a footballer play like Lionel Messi, calling the Inter Miami star a superlative player and the greatest of all time. His statement has stirred debate among Argentine football fans, especially those of the older generation, many of whom still regard late Maradona as the nation's greatest football icon. Speaking on the podcast Nura, the president expressed deep admiration for Messi and described himself as a long-time supporter, even during periods when the media harshly criticized the former Barcelona captain. "I have never in my life seen anyone play like he does. He's a superlative player. I am a crazy fan of Messi. When all the local media were attacking him, there were videos of me defending him as the best player of all time." And that's it on Wakaati Entertainment Gist. See you next time.